Hey, I'm not calling it a comeback, but we're going to go ahead and call it a comeback. This one's a doozy tonight. We've got a full-on CGC pre-screening unboxing going on, and mistakes were made. But before we go over that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned, and let's hang out. This is a blind unboxing. Once again, welcome back. Like I said, we're not calling it a comeback, but we might as well call it a comeback because summer break was great, right? It was a good time. Time to get some stuff done. Time to get the cobwebs all cleaned out. Time to get some organization done and kind of figure some things out. But we are back. And we are back with the CGC pre-screen that I gotta admit, this is pretty hefty. This thing is heavy. Now, mistakes were made. So let's talk about mistakes really quick as people filter into the chat and we get this thing ready to unbox. Mistake number one. When your good buddy tells you to just go ahead and submit 25 books because you tell him you want to submit a full pre-screen, just submit 25 books. I got overly superstitious with it, and I'm like, I don't like the number 25 for some reason. You know what that means? How about I submit 30? Well, that means, yeah, they get split into two orders because I didn't realize that they cap it at 25 per submission. Uncle Skeff was definitely right. I said, nay, I don't like the number 25 for some reason. Let's go for 30. That sounds kind of round. So you guys get a double header unboxing tonight. All pre-screens, all hefty. Did we go 100%? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but I feel like we probably did. There's a chance. Ooh, don't call the shot before you get to the plate, buddy, right? Let's get into the chat real quick here because it's been a hot minute, and while we look for... Holy moly, so unprepared. Put all my stuff away and cleaned up, and yeah, there we go. We got a little teleprompter in front of us today. We're trying something new. We need to get a new mic mount, but hey, the Paul Dunn is hanging out live tonight. Good to see you, Paul. Come on, Mama's in the chat as well. There you are. Zuni and Come On Mama and John's Comics with Kids. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Speaking of John's Comics with Kids, tonight, after this unboxing, be sure to check out Comigories in an hour over on John's Comics with Kids channel. They are back after summer break as well. Looking forward to seeing those guys. Alec, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And NG Slapjacks, welcome to the channel. Good luck, 30 for 30. We'll see. I feel like mistakes were made. I goofed when I submitted 30 instead of 25. And it split into two submissions. I don't know. There's bound to be some fire in here, but I will say that there are doubles in here. When I decided to send out books to pre-screen, I sent out copies of 5 or 4 or 3. I sent out some extras. There are some harder to find additional printings from the indie scene, and there are some great Marvel books in here, and I can't wait to get into this. But yeah, the Paul Dunn is hanging tough. White Whale Comics hanging tough. So good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Let's get into this unboxing without getting too long. It's only been 3.5 minutes already. Let's go for the short, small one first because mistake number 2 that we'll get into this is these boxes have been sitting here for weeks. I can't even remember when we received these. It's been such a busy summer that we kind of forgot about them. Yeesh. Yeah, like we said, lots of house projects to do in the summertime, and work gets busy that time of year, this time of year. So I kind of just decided that the end of June, beginning of July seemed like a great time to kind of take a break from YouTube a little bit, kind of recharge, kind of figure things out, and then get some of these submissions back in. Packaging is phenomenal. You guys can see that in there. Packaging is looking really good. They got bubble wrap pretty much all the way around. These, I believe, are the 5 of the 30. I hope there's 5 graded books in here. 5 of the 30 got split into a separate submission. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Daddy feels like there's all 5 slabs there, and let's take a peek at the box. Yes, there's no other package in that box, which means we went 5 for 5 on these for 9.8 or better. Because remember, if you're pre-screening books, that's the lowest that they'll go, meaning they could go higher. But let's dive into this real quick. And you know what? I don't even need to hide the grade. Don't even need to hide the grade because, bam, House of Slaughter #1, Dan Quintana. This was the sketch variant for House of Slaughter #1. And I grabbed a couple of these sets because I thought they looked fantastic when House of Slaughter was coming out. And there's 198 and not too bad. We're going to take a close look at these slabs later when we're done. But in the meantime, we're just going to make a giant mess here as we try to side speak into the mic. And there is a nice House on the Lake, 9.8. Awesome. I do recall sending some of those out. Like we said, there's going to be additional copies of books. But what do we got here? Ooh. All right. I'm glad this made it. Once in Future, this is the 8th printing in a 9.8. So these are a little bit more difficult to find and really high grade. I feel like the print run wasn't really high. I mean, they went 8 prints. They went 8 prints. And it just so happened is I kept Once in Future on the list, and it's looking super clean. Man, I kept it on the list for all the additional printings, and I'm glad I did because the 8th print was the one that kind of skyrocketed in price there for a hot minute. Stoutman, what is up? We are going to remember to hit this chat. I got to educate myself and remember I got a little prompter down here. I could read the chat, but I forgot to get my mic set up fixed. So like we said, growing pains. We'll figure it out. Bam. Oh, we live. This is the additional printing metal, the blue metal that we picked up from C2E2 last fall. That shows up in a 9.8 and is looking gorgeous. So that's phenomenal in a 9.8 right there. Glad that one made it. And if that one made it, well, then the second copy, because lo and behold, like we said, we sent additional copies. The second copy made it in a 9.8 as well. So there's 100% for that second submission. That, do we call it a bonus submission? Because Andy was creeped out by the number 25 and wanted to send 30. 5 for 5. Setting those aside, we're going to need to make a lot of room tonight. We're going to need to make a lot of room here. So remember to hit up the chat here in a little bit. But in fact, let me say hi to Joshua Harrison. What is up, brother? Good to see you again tonight. Zuni's still hanging tough. Josh is in there. Yep, Paul's in there. Come on, mama. Stop. Double O, brother. What is up, Mood? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Welcome back, he says. I want to say a special thank you to everybody out there that sent me messages asking how I was doing and what was going on. And I just kind of decided that with summertime, everybody's outside playing, out in the pool, out in the yard, they're out at the lake. They're out going on vacation. I'm like, you know what, Andy? It's time for a vacation. So we took a hot minute for a vacation. Absolutely. That doesn't mean we didn't forget to submit books. Oddly enough, this pre-screening actually only took 3 months. I know a lot of people were saying that pre-screenings were taking a really long time. I don't know how it happened, but this only took 3 months. Maybe it's because I cut to the chase. I didn't use CCS. I didn't use anything with them except for the pre-screening. So maybe that kind of had something to do with it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to go and get right into this as people are still filtering in and hanging out. What are we? We are at 16 live. Thank you everybody for hanging out tonight because it's been a minute, hasn't it? It's been almost a solid month since we've been on live. I think I even forgot how to actually YouTube, which is fine. But hey, what we're going to do is we're going to get through this box. We're going to look at how many made it, if there are any that didn't make it, and we're going to hit up in the chat and hang out with everybody that is going to stick around for after the unboxing because we've got some big news. C2E2 is just around the corner. San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, and boy, does this feel heavy. So let's cut to the chase here. We're going to open up the top without peeking, and we're going to feel for a package of raw books. And, oh, there is a package of raw books. There is a package of raw books. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that aside. Now, mind you, the package of raw books does feel pretty light and pretty small. That's a good sign. But we're going to put that. Oh, good Lord. And I feel like FedEx did a really good job this time. The package was a little dinged up, but nowhere near as bad as the last few times. We're just going to cut right into it. And we're going to get rid of packing material. And there we go. Something is Killing the Children, the additional printing, that secret variant that came out, not even a secret variant really, the 8th printing. This was tied along with Berserker, issue 1, I believe. And if you bought enough copies of Berserker, you got an additional copy of this. I still feel like this is a good book that got printed heavily, but the fandom, I think, could be bigger than what the print run is. So I feel like there are a lot of people out there that kind of overlook that book still. Overlook it enough that probably should be looking out for high-grade candidates on the cheap. And we did send out the local comic shop day foil variant. So 9.8 on that. And either they put these all back in the box not in order, or we've got some copies that just didn't make the cut. So next up. Holy shit! Wait, am I reading that right? Am I reading that right? We nailed a 9.9? The Dan Quintana sketch cover of House of Slaughter #1 in a 9.9. First ever 9.9 realized in a CGC submission. There it is. Oh my God, no way. I've only ever seen that on the 9.9s that I've purchased. I've never received it out of an actual CGC submission. That is absolutely phenomenal. Oh my God. Like I said, we're going to hit up the chat after we get through these books because this is quite an endeavor. 8th print was free with coupon. Yes, that's it. So you had to buy the Berserker, but what they ended up doing is the 8th printing after that initial order and initial stuff was filled. Then they took that and they put them on the shelves or you could buy them from other websites. So another House of Slaughter #1. And it's another Quintana sketch cover. And nuh-uh. We went 2 9.9s? No way. Who cares about what books are left behind now? 2 9.9s. So you got a brother and a sister 9.9. And hold on, let's 025 and 024. They're sequential. They're also sequential. That's super cool. He said, Paul says, what? And Whale says, no way. Wait a minute. Steve Messenger's in the chat tonight. What is up, buddy? Good to see you. Glenn Smith, thanks for being here and hanging out. Subscribe to the channel because we are back from break. It's time to get back into the habit of things. Man, oh man. So, I don't know. This can't be. All right, House of Slaughter #1. This is the Quintana variant cover. Quintana, am I even saying that correctly? 9.8. So that's why I fell in love with this set. As you can see, the gorgeous purples in there. And I think I just absolutely love this cover for this character. 9.8 on that. And holy moly, should take my breath away. All right, we're continuing to go. I'm not even going to keep counting the slabs. We're going to keep count via the uncompleted raw books when we get there. So another Quintana variant cover. I can't be saying that correctly, am I? I can't be saying that correctly. Am I Quintana? Nah, that's not quite right. But another variant cover of House of Slaughter #1 with that set. No way. No way. No way. Another 9.9, and it's in the purple, the purple, the grape me. There you go. Grape me the right way right there. Purple grape. 3 9.9s? What is left in this box? What is left in this box? Oh my God. So now granted, those I picked up from Mutant Beaver Comics. I fell in love with the set. We've got 3 9.9s out of that run. Now that's like talking to Boom's paper quality on the covers. The covers are pretty stout. They're not cardstock, but good Lord, 3 9.9s on a pre-screen. I pre-screened the books myself and just said yay or nay. And set them. That was it. Like they 10 point. I don't know. 10.0. We're on fire tonight. We're definitely on fire. Come on, Mama says a slice of apple pie is $2.50 in Jamaica, and a $3 is, and it's $3 in the Bahamas. These are the pirates of the Caribbean. Nuh-uh. All right, House of Slaughter #1 again. Remind you, I sent out some multiple sets for this, but this is the variant cover, not the sketch cover. And we got a 9.8 on that as well. Like we said, you're not going to see anything under 9.8 if it's in a slab. But I think that should be it for the House of Slaughter variants. Next up, Something is Killing the Children, Out of the Vault edition. Oh, this is the Gallagher Out of the Vault edition. This is my favorite cover, and I feel like this cover screams movie poster to me. This cover still, to me, screams like phenomenal movie poster cover when it comes to Something is Killing the Children. And it just landed on issue 16. These were a store exclusive Out of the Vault. Yep, store exclusive. And these were limited. And I can't remember if it was 500 or 1,000. Either way, once people caught on to these sold out pretty quickly. And they're not, a lot of these books that are coming back in this pre-screen aren't like going crazy. These are really affordable books. So I'm glad that we checked these out for a pre-screen because we got the lower rate. We got them graded for much cheaper. We didn't fast track them. We didn't press them and clean them. These were straight out like just the cost to grade the books for a pre-screen. Now, granted, we've got a box over here of raw books that we had to pay, I think it was an $8 fee for. So hopefully that's really small. But next up, another Out of the Vault edition, and that one is in a 9.8 as well. I think I sent 4 or 5 of these, the Out of the Vault, because I was in love with this cover. And another Out of the Vault edition in a 9.8. Yes, there you go. Fighting some glare. Like we said, there's the glare of the tablet right there. But hey, Stoutman, yes, absolutely. We are we watching Skeffy? Are we watching Skeffy? I don't know. Training, you know, the Padawan has grown up a bit, but hey, another Out of the Vault edition in a 9.8. Like we said, this stack is just going to get bigger and bigger. And I couldn't believe, like the CEO of the dojo messaged me and she said, hey, this box from CGC is absolutely massive. And I like, gee, I haven't heard that one before. So let's figure this out. And it weighed a lot. Another Out of the Vault edition in a 9.8. That might be the last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be the last one. So like I said, I'm moving quickly because there's multiples of some of these books. But I was super happy. The metal editions of We Live made it in 9.8. So another local comic shop day foil variant, because you guys know I absolutely love foils. And these were still affordable. I don't know what they're going for now. Wish I would have checked the market now, because it'll be interesting to see what we have into the grading cost and then what we paid for some of these books back when we were getting good deals at shows. And another local comic shop day. Yep, another foil variant. So that puts us at, what, I think 3, and I sent 5. Burke Family 54 in the house. Is there any DC? I don't think so. No, this is all indie and Marvel stuff. Come on, Mom says, my wife tried to unlatch her daughter's car seat with one hand and said, how does a one-armed mother do it? Without missing a beat, I replied, single-handedly. Oh, you done did it now. So another 8th printing of Something is Killing the Children right there. This 5 copies of that was submitted as well, as the stack continues to grow. And we're not done yet. We are 18 minutes in, and this is going to be a record. Here we go. Another 8 printing in 9.8. I wanted to make it easy on myself, right? Like, I didn't want to find 25 individual books that I think could make 9.8, because you guys know I'm a modern collector, and I love checking out modern books and grading modern books. So I knew it was pretty easy. It's easy to find some of these on a shelf somewhere, or in the past, I kind of know what I love to collect and what I love to read. So it's easy to grab extra copies sometimes. Another 8th printing there as well. So if you think about it, these 8th printings are probably selling for about what it costs to buy one at a couple of bucks, and then also get it graded for, I think it was $24. I think it's about $24 to grade a book for pre-screening. Yes, C2E2 is quickly approaching. We are going to talk about some of that stuff after this unboxing. Has enough there to give us all wrenches, 1 each. Yes, the wrenches went out to a lot of people. And did you hear the joke about gatekeeping? Yes, you did. Wait. What does gatekeeping mean? I don't know, guys. But another 8th printing is up, which it's looking like all the 8th prints all made it to 9.8. There are still more books in this box. We're not done yet. And this tower is growing. And, ooh, that's right. New Agents of Atlas, War of the Realms, 9.8, number 1, multiple first appearances. Grabbed a handful of copies from Motor City last year, if I remember correctly. No, Motor City the year before that even. Grabbed them when they were cheap. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll take a little bit of a gamble. You know, it's kind of half the deal, right? War of the Realms, New Ages of Atlas, #1, another 9.8. I can't remember how many of these submitted, but we're getting towards the end. And one more book, and there it is. War of the Realms, New Ages of Atlas, in a 9.8 as well. Is that the last book? Is that the last book? All right. So I've not been keeping count, and I don't think you guys have been keeping count, but it feels like a lot, right? It feels like a lot. So I'm not going to count them. I'm not going to count them. We're just going to go ahead and get into this because there's obviously raw books inside. There's a couple in here. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot. So without counting what's behind me, we're just going to dip right into this. We are going to dip right into this. And then we're going to hit up the chat. We're going to hang out for a while because we've got to promote. Comic is coming up here in about 40 minutes. The Anti-Spec Spec Club with the Ninth Wonder is coming up. I've got his link to drop in the chat here tonight. Lots of great comic book shows coming up tonight. And here we are. There doesn't feel like a lot, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be important. So how do we get into this? At the end of the day, I feel like, yeah, I learned a lesson. If your Uncle Skeffy Poo tells you to submit 25 books, just go ahead and submit 25 books if you're trying to do a full order. Don't get all superstitious about it like I did, because then you realize when they send you 2 emails back saying, thank you for submission number this and then submission number that, you're like, I didn't do 2 submissions. Oh, uh-oh. They drop it. They split it. They split it right at 25 so that I ended up getting 2 submissions. And, man, if you submit 25 books and they all hit 9.8, that's a pretty hefty price tag. That's like $600 to $700. I didn't think about that either when I sent it. Thankfully, because pre-screening at the time was taking a while. Oh, there's more books in here than I thought there was going to be. Oh, no. Because pre-screening is taking a while, it offered me an opportunity to actually throw a little bit of money into an account every week or every other week to build up pay for it. Wookie Fodder, what is up? Good to see you. Like we said, Kenneth Bird, good to see you as well. We'll hit up the chat and say hi to everybody in a minute. But here are the rejected books. And first up, what do we got? Okay, so a local comic shop day foil didn't make it, and it doesn't say why. It doesn't say why. It just has a barcode on it. It says Something's Killing the Children, local comic shop day edition, 8 NBSD 1120. So I could have sworn I remember when Skeff did an unboxing, it had some notes on it, or I've seen somebody do a pre-screen unboxing and some of the books had notes on them. And I was kind of looking forward to that, hoping that I could kind of see, because if I didn't think a book was going to make 9.8, I wouldn't have sent it. And so far, it looks like I didn't do too bad of a job. So let's see, book number 2. All right, another local comic shop day edition that didn't make it. And I sent these because these were crispy, like ultra crispy. So I'm going to have to look closely at these later. Book number 3. Oh, New Ages of Atlas didn't make it. War of the Realms. And it has a very, very clear like highlighter X through it for some reason. None of these have any notes on them or anything. And there it is, book number 4. So there were 4 books in total. 4 books in total that didn't make it. 2 new Agents of the Atlas and 2 Something's Killing Children local comic shop day did not make it, which is a shame, but maybe a quick press from my good friend Gary of Impressive Comic Book Services. This is a perfect opportunity to talk about what we have going on this year. And he sent me a pack of material, and I have not opened it up yet. But Gary at Impressive Comic Books, in the links below, check out Gary's check out Gary's webpage, check out Gary's Facebook page, check out Gary's Instagram page. Check out all the great work that Gary at Impressive Comic Books does, because that's where all of the books that we get pressed and clean have been going. We've been using Gary. We would like to talk to Red Hood and find some time to send some books to Red Hood. But like we said, it was summer break. We're back from summer break now. It's time to get into full frenzy. I've got probably 50, 60, 70 books that are getting ready to go to Gary. I want to talk to Red Hood. And there's Just In Comics is another one. But that's not too shabby. What do you guys think? So out of 30 books, 26 made it. Out of 30 books, 26 made it. 9, 8 or better. How do we land 3 9.9s? I don't know. I won't call myself like an experienced veteran of grading books by any means, but how do we land 3 9.9s? That's dope. That's super cool. But the New Ages of Atlas, maybe with a quick, like we said, there's going to be some cobwebs to work out, but maybe with a quick press from Gary or Red Hood, probably send them to Gary. That's where a lot of the books that I've been sending, going off at the very beginning, and see if those can tidy the things up and get them graded, but at a 9.8. So that's oh my Lord, that's the experience. And there's crap everywhere here. That's the experience though. Holy moly, we've got, count them, 26. Oh, beard hair's getting stuck. Beard hair, 26. Count them right there. There's the stack. There's the booty, as she says. There's the booty. There's the treasure. 26 graded CGC 9.8 or better slabs. And holy cow. How do you even... I got a pre-screen again. This tells me that everything that I've learned from you guys in the comic book community and everybody else that's helped me out, this tells me that it works. That if 30 books go out and 26 come back, what's the percentage on that? 94, 95%, 96%? Upper 90s, mid to upper 90s percentage of, yeah, got it. You got it. So that's pretty freaking slick. Urgh. That's a tower slabs. That's a lot of slabs of books. So we might dig out those 9.9s here in a minute, but let's talk to the chat a little bit because we're trying something new. We grabbed the iPad and I'm like, you know what? I want to make something where I like this view a lot better for unboxings, but I like this other view when it comes to doing a lot of other stuff on other people's channels and like regular updates on my channel. But when it comes to unboxings, I really like this view, and it's time to make something permanent that sits over here and get that set up. And it's time to just get back from summer break and dive into it and have some fun. So once again, Steve Messenger, Chicago Schultze, what is up, brother? Hope to see you soon in just a couple of weeks here. Nick's Kicks and Comics, ayo! What is up, brother? Good to see you. Come on, mama. Chicago Double O mood. Yes, I love pre-screening. And Double O, man, I'm gonna be doing this. Like, I don't know how often I can afford it, but I'm gonna find a way. 25 books at $24 a book. It's not cheap by any means, but you kind of get an idea of when they charge your card, you kind of have an idea if they all made it or not, right? Because you're always running the math in your head, and you're kind of like 25 books equals this, but the oddball out there is shipping too. So Burke family, what is up, man? Yes, the one and only Burke family. Hey, Andy, what did Poop say when P wanted to join his group? You're in. God damn it. Oh. Somebody flushed that joke. That's a good one, though. Who else are we missing in the chat? I have to assume Schultze is going to C2E2. Yes, so C2E2 is just not quite 2 weeks away. The CEO and I are going to be rolling into downtown Chicago that Thursday. So a week from this, oh my God, a week from this Thursday? We've pretty much got everything lined up, but it's like going to come up behind us like a WWE wrestler and smack us over the head with a 2x4. I know many people are getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con. I can't wait to live vicariously through Uncle Skeff and the rest of you guys. See how that goes down. Lots of cool exclusives coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. But while we're at C2E2, I'm bringing a box of stuff to give away. What does that mean? While I'm at C2E2, we're going to be working at the Whatnot booth, so to speak, working kind of like, live streaming and hanging out at the Whatnot booth. We're going to be doing some live stream sales. I'm bringing stuff to give away. So if you're here in this live chat tonight watching and you find me at C2E2, ask for your free giveaway item. I'm bringing something. I'm bringing stuff. I'm bringing things. You know what I mean? I'm going to have fun with that. I'm also looking forward to just spending time on the con floor with people and also being able to meet up with you guys at the yard, having drinks. And I know Somebody out there is prepping and planning, thankfully, for a Thursday night or a Friday night hangout dinner like we did last time. Small Town Collectibles and a couple of other guys, and I got to give credit where credit is due if I could remember everybody else that was at that. Nick's Kicks and Comics, there was a lot of great people, but I'm pretty sure I remember Small Town Collectibles set that up with somebody else and collected the money, and we've got to do that again. We've got to do just like a big group hangout somewhere for multiple hours, because that was an absolute blast, even off the con floor. So we can hang out there. John needs to do C2E2 one day. Absolutely. Paul, I think Paul's going to be there. I think Josh might be going. You bringing you something as well? Oh, that's right. I think I remember talking about that. Voice of an Angel, he says. Andy sang wonderful karaoke that night. I did not. I did not sing karaoke that night, actually. Paul thinks I did, but I didn't. But yeah, that's an incredible unboxing. C2E2 is coming up. Another big announcement because it's been a hot minute. It's time to do the Mission 22 donation. I'm way kind of behind that. Remember, I kind of talked about whether it was going to be a quarterly or whether it was going to be a twice a year thing. I finally figured out how to navigate AdSense and get that withdrawal to happen. And that withdrawal took place last week. So it's time to get that going. You guys in the community help raise over the course of almost a year a little over $450 in AdSense revenue via donations. And speaking of donations, Zuni with the $20 super chat to Mission 22. That's right. The mission for 2022 is to support Mission 22. Their links are down below as well. Please click them and share them out, helping veterans in crisis and veterans with their mental health awareness and needs. That is the mission for 2022, is we'll continue to support Mission 22. And that's being said, we are a little behind the curve here, but the AdSense account, the revenue account, said something like $457 to that effect last week or a couple weeks ago, and I applied for the withdrawal. Now, the withdrawal is not instantaneous. It takes several days, if not a week or more, and I noticed that came out on the 10th, like 8 days ago. So that's there. That's tucked away. What we're going to do is we're going to take pictures of the AdSense page that show what the balance was, what the withdrawal was, and then we'll turn around and we'll take a screenshot of the donation to Mission 22, and we're going to hang out next Monday. We're going to talk about that so that you guys see the transparency from what you guys have been donating and what we've been doing with the monetization of the videos. Now, the monetization is going to be looking a little bit differently. There's not going to be an upfront video on the channel anymore on every show that pops out. There's going to be no more commercials right at the very beginning, right? We're going to work to continue to build a subscriber base that is okay with the transparent ads in the bottoms and the ads on the side, and continue to try to roll that forward, because I feel like people that don't know the channel, that don't know us or don't know the group or the community, see that at the very beginning, and it might be off-putting. Maybe there's something about the content where they're just kind of curious, but they're not quite sure. Then they see that ad and then they're turned off right away. So we're going to get rid of ads at the very beginning. Hopefully you guys see that and enjoy the no ad at the very beginning as well. But yeah, as far as changes, we're not really changing a whole lot. We're just back. We're getting back into the groove. Monday nights here, Tuesday nights at Simpleman's Comics we're producing. Wednesday, new comic book day. But what's new for Wednesdays? We're going to start to have guests on Wednesdays. Wednesday, new comic book day isn't going to just be about me going over the books that I picked up. We're going to have guests on Wednesday night, and we're going to have people that are really interested in new comic book day, not just about reading, but also some collecting. We're going to get perspectives from multiple people from multiple angles. That's going to be hopefully starting next Wednesday. I have someone in mind, and if they're interested, they're going to be here. And I'm just going to start dropping random messages to people in the community to see if they want to hang out for Wednesday. That being said, that's the unboxing. That's the hangout. Let's hit up the chat again real quick. Zuni with the $20 super chat. There you go. Awesome, man. Going to Mission 22. And did somebody say Flask? Yes. Yes, they did. I was downstairs at the restaurant and could hear you all over that noise. Just now, tonight, or uh-oh. I don't know. We need some context there. Are you talking about that last C2E2? Oh, he's talking about the last C2E2 when we got real with it. We are going to get real with it again at C2E2 at the Whatnot booth. I've been in contact with those guys. I know the scheduling can be tough. They're busy with San Diego Comic-Con. They're busy with San Diego Comic-Con, not Motor City. So they'll iron out the plan. I'm just telling you guys that if there's a Whatnot booth open, we're going to be there constantly. I'm bringing multiple short boxes of books, not just one to run one auction. Nay. Andy has learned from his lesson. I've got a box full of giveaways. I'm going to have 1 or 2 boxes of slabs and 1 or 2 boxes of raw comic books to bring. Why? Because I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a really good time. And then we're going to be spending a lot of time out on the floor too. You know what I mean? We'll bring down what we need to bring down and hang out and have a good time. And then when we're done, we're going to be out on the floor for the whole time as well. Saturday for me to ask. That's actually a good comment. The CEO and I are going to be rolling in there Thursday morning. We're going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're not going to leave until Monday. One of the things that we said when we were at C2E2 last year is we felt like we were having to rush out of the door on Sunday to get home on time to pick up our kid, pick up our dogs, get laundry done, do all this other stuff. We're like, you know what? Let's just take Monday off and let's stay one more night at the hotel and enjoy it, because that Hyatt Regency that's attached to that is really kind of nice. It's right there. It's right there, and it's like a 3-minute walk down to the convention floor. Absolutely epic. So the goal is to get Andy to do karaoke. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, I don't know. Oh, God. There was literally a girl with a karaoke machine next to you when I got there, and I heard it with my own 2 eyes. Oh, here we go. So convenient. Tricky Trapster, what is up? Good to see you, man. So many great people in the chat tonight. 25 hanging strong. Sarah says, what kind of shoes do frogs wear? Oh, my God. No. Open toed sandals. Jesus. God, that's good. What does a frog do when he doesn't know how to park correctly? He gets his car towed. Oh, God. Rob's Fat Stack of Comics. Yes, I hope to see Rob, and hopefully Rob, if anybody's here and talking to Rob, let's all get into a group. That's what's going to happen. What we're going to do next Monday is we're going to try to post some stuff online and see who's all going, see who's setting up what, seeing what's going on. Because if anybody's looking for a head count or kind of a donation to go towards food, we would like to know now so that we can make that donation, because we don't want to miss on this stuff. And the Geek Aficionado, Jimmy is planning a dinner hangout again. That was phenomenal last year. We can't miss on that. John absolutely has to go to C2E2 one of these years. One Shot Comics, what is up? Welcome back. Like we said, summer break is over. We just got into it. We did can you see it back here? We did a 30-book CGC pre-screening because I apparently am as too superstitious over the number 25, and we landed 26 out of 30 books in 9.8 or better, and there's 3 9.9s in that stack. 3 9.9s. We'll dig those out here in just a minute as we get through this chat here. What other shows are you doing this year besides C2E2? Great question, Mood. Buddy, I think we're for sure going to Baltimore. We've got the hotel locked down. We just got to buy Baltimore badges. My wife really wants to experience Baltimore. Baltimore's been such a phenomenal, fun time every year that we've gone. And now with a cohort with a buddy, I don't have to drive 12 hours straight through. I could drive, the last 6. She could drive the first 6. I could drive the last 6, and we can get there and we can crash. It'll be a good time. Not crash, but you know what I mean. Motor City Comic Con. There's another one coming up this fall. They're going back to their old school methodology of 2 conventions per year at Motor City, which is going to kind of throw me off, but also going to be really intriguing. How are they going to draw the same crowd again for the same convention? I don't know. We'll see. But Beth the Chalk Art Girl's going again. Looking forward to seeing them. Looking forward to seeing Mood and so many other great people. But yes, NYCC. Unfortunately, NYCC is literally like the week before Baltimore or the week after. Like, if I didn't put all my eggs in the Baltimore basket, I'd say we can go to see NYCC. But unfortunately, I didn't realize how tightly wound that's going to be with Baltimore. And I think it's like the week before or the week after. It's going to be too tough to try to go to both those conventions. There's some Indiana, Ohio shows coming up. Yes, Mood, let me know, because those are day drives that I would love to go down and just put maybe $100 in my pocket and buy a handful of books. Or just meet up and hang out with people. That's really, really what it's about. Secondary of the books, first are going to be the people in the community out there to hang out. That's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have to try to go on a con in Indianapolis. Yes. And Skeff said the same thing. Sarah, the CEO upstairs has 2.5 weeks left to repair her costume for C2E2, debating about a Friday or a Saturday outfit as well, a Friday or a Sunday. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So we're going to be supporting the CEO of the Comic Dojo there as well. Not only are we packing our books and packing our stuff, she's packing all of her cosplay stuff too. So we got to get the bins out and get that ready. Absolutely. But let's dig out before anybody goes. Let's dig out and celebrate those 9.9s again. And oh my God, they're near the bottom. So this is going to be a bit of an undertaking. Let's see if we can do this without breaking anything. And oh my Lord. I have not seen this many slabs stacked up in a hot minute. There's one. There's two. There they are. Count them. 3. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. 3 9.9s in one pre-screen submission, and my first 9.9s ever back in a CGC submission. It's just kind of funny that they're all from the same batch of variants. Actually, it's not. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because of the cardstock quality, or these aren't cardstock even. It's just Boom Studios cover quality, somewhere between Marvel and somewhere between DC's cardstock. These things came out phenomenal in 9.9s. I cannot believe this. I'm not even sure how to not freak out about this right now. 3 9.9s in one shot. Wow. Okay, and like we said, this absolutely purple cover. Just this camera does not do this cover justice. There's so much glare and bling, but the purples and the shades in this are absolutely phenomenal. I think this is one of the most overlooked covers from House of Slaughter 1, because let's be honest, there was a bajillion covers, absolute bajillion covers for that thing, like most other books coming out right now. But that's a whole nother show for another time. It is 8:41. Let's hit up this chat again one more time. So announcements we talked about. Next Monday, we're going to be hanging out talking about Mission 22. We're going to make the donations. We're going to show, and we're going to share the transparency. We're just going to talk about Mission 22. Probably going to be a short 25-minute show. You guys know me, gift of gab. I like to gab and hang out with you guys. But this that next week, we're getting back into the usual flow of things. Tomorrow night, Simple Mints Comics over there, Comic News Weekly. This upcoming Wednesday, we're going to build out the new Comic Book Day show. We didn't stop buying and picking up comic books. We just kind of stopped talking about it on social media for a minute. Just kind of took a breather, just kind of took a break. Went to the lake, got, dipped our toes in, got busy at work, focused on some priorities there. But it's kind of getting back to you guys and reconnecting and hanging out with the comic community. That is absolutely something that I've missed. This is very energizing. And really looking forward to tomorrow night. Like we said, new Comic Book Day, or Comic News Weekly. Wednesday, new Comic Book Day. Thursday and Friday, I don't know yet, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into some giveaway shows on Whatnot. This coming, actually, that's what we're going to be doing. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're probably going to be doing giveaway shows on Whatnot during San Diego Comic-Con. Why? Because it's been a hot minute that we haven't been on, and we want to give back to that community. And as you can see, there's a lot of slabs laying around here. Lots of stuff to give away, lots of stuff to talk about, because we're going to be going on Whatnot and C2E2. We're going to bring attention to that. We're going to bring attention to what Skeff and what other people are doing at San Diego Comic-Con. That's going to be a blast as well. And don't want to run out of time. Don't miss Comigories coming up. But like we said, yeah, we're getting back into that groove. We're going to make it manageable. We're going to make it easy peasy lemon squeezy on a fresh summer day. And we're going to hang out. And we're also going to continue moving ahead with some other plans, right? Like if you guys have seen on Instagram, I've kind of been posting some video game stuff. There's some reels there. I want to get into live streaming video game play, but not necessarily for like anything crazy like what other people do. If I'm chilling and on a video game and people want to hang out, I kind of want to be there live and hang out with other people, because it's usually when everybody else is asleep. We've got the OG retro game setup. It's hard to believe to say 2005 is a retro game setup right now, but it's there. It's in the corner. It works. We got a PS1, a PS2 with working games, and I've been clacking away at that and having a really good fun time with that. But also, I've rediscovered my love for Diablo 3 on PlayStation 4 and have been putting an hour or two a night into that, searching for stuff and pounding away at some levels, and that's been a lot of fun. So after Comigories and after Anti-Spec Club, that's what we're going to be doing for a little bit tonight, hanging out. And there's no reason not to do that on YouTube and Twitch. Like, think of a little subcategory where the channel is still dedicated to comic books, but there'll be one little subline of live streams from video games. I think that's going to be really cool, because we still want to focus on CGC unboxings. We want to get that CBCS experience going. And we also want to get some convention experiences going on. Like, we're going to be recording like we did, but in the same fashion, we're going to be trying to do stuff live from the floor so that we're not trying to record, edit, and upload all after the fact. We want to try to do some things live on Whatnot and live on YouTube and live on IG from the floor. We're going to see how that goes with reception. But yeah, there it is right there. There is the link for Comigories tonight. Don't miss Comigories. They are back from summer break as well. Can't wait to see those guys and hang out. Josh has also been playing Diablo 3. That's just that game just repeats and repeats and repeats, and it's so much fun. Absolutely. Very exciting. Good for you. Thank you so much. Scotty Young is supposed to be at C2E2. Yes, my hope is that we're able to bring some books that we have here in the collection to C2E2, that some of the creators are going to be there. Fingers crossed. We've got some plans in the making, and we're going to see how that goes. That Ahsoka Premium is gorgeous. Yes, this is something we had some fun with. We wanted to try to change things, not really change things up too much, but this is kind of cool. I mean, as much as we love to view it over there in the TV area and the video game area, I thought, why not just kind of bring this out and hang out? Because why not, right? Big Ahsoka fans, as you guys can see. We like to enjoy that. And the colors are matching the drapes, so to speak, and all the other fun stuff. But yeah, we've been rambling for 46 minutes with a massive CGC unboxing. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yeah, there's, again, the link for Comigories. And while I'm here, let me drop the link for the Anti-Spec Spec Club for the 9th Wonder. That's been a fun show. I've got to hang out on that a couple of times. And that's every Monday night at 9 p.m. as well. There's the link. Catch it on the replay or catch it live after, well, catch it live or catch it on the replay after Comigories. Go smack the thumbs up. Go hit the notify button. In fact, everybody here, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for tonight. Please and thank you. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. I still feel like YouTube is not sending out notifications to all the followers that watch every week. And I feel like not enough people know that we were coming back. So we tried to share on IG to try to hang out. We have missed you as well. Come on, Mama and Zuni and the mini CEO of their dojo. We can't wait to see you guys in Chicago coming up soon. It's kind of one of those things. It's time to get back. We all need to take a break and take a breather, right? But it was time to get back. These boxes have been sitting here for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we got to get into those and find out what's going on. And I can't believe 3 9.9s in that. Man, look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night, later tonight on Comigories, first and foremost. And then later tomorrow night on Comic News Weekly over on Simpleman's Comics channel. Then catch us back here on this channel live Wednesday night. And then get ready to do it all over again because San Diego Comic-Con is this week already. C2E2 knocking on that back door faster than we think. Oh, my Lord, this is going to be absolutely crazy. But you know how we all do this over here, right? Y'all, you guys know how we do it, right? You guys remember, I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. And I'm going to catch you on the flip side for the next episode. Remember, most important part, all day, every day, be original and take care of each other. We're all we got, right? Have a great night, everybody.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller buggy has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty. I love gold.